My name is Mark Jane Cubenzies. This is my path, my journey. I'm willing to explain it all to you guys. No holding back anything. I just hope you're ready for the experience, and I just hope you can handle it.
In this video, I want to talk about a stereotype. I want to talk about how men always seem to act a certain way. And I guess this is already, like I said, this is a stereotype because not all men act this way. But, so, I've realized there's a lot of men in the world that, I guess it all stems, let me start from the beginning. It all stems from the fact that boys are taught to not show their emotions and feelings. Men are taught not to cry. We're taught to be tough and we gotta be men, we gotta be tough, we gotta be hard. And then as you get older in this society nowadays, like everyone's gotta be hard nowadays. You know, if you're not hard, you're a pussy or you're a punk or you're a bitch or you're this or you're that. All for showing emotion. Now, my view on this, it's like, I feel like men should be able to show as much emotion as women do. There should be no difference because there is no difference. I hate when a man's like, you know, trying to get all sentimental and shit, and then he's like, oh, ha 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 ha, like, oh, that's fucking gay, or that's fucking stupid, or that's, yeah, that's acting like a faggot. And for one, you know, I mean, that's a little harsh words for one, but for two, it's just why is So let's say a man wants to make a love song, or a man's listening to a love song, dedicates a love song to his woman because they're broken up or something. Why is that gay? Like, why is that man looked at like a pansy or like a pussy for that? And I really don't agree with the way that is, you know, because me personally, I was raised by a woman, so I'm not really like that. I was slightly as a kid, you know, as a kid and a teenager. You know, I just followed with the crowd, so I just followed with what the crowd was doing, and most of the men that I was hanging out with, most of the teenagers and shit, because none of us were men, but like, most of us, you know, we were all raised to be like that, to not show feelings, to not show emotion, and it's not that I was raised to be like that, because my mom didn't raise me like that. It's that since the people I were hanging out with, since they were raised like that, I wanted to be like that. I just wanted to fit in. Now, I honestly think that that's kind of where this whole thing why this still goes on. Because there's still grown men that sit there and talk like, you know, if they want to show some emotion and feeling, like if they're reading something emotional and shit, you know, and they're like, oh man, this is fucking stupid, or this is gay, or all this, just all that nonsense. To me, that's nonsense. To me, that's a sign that that's a man that never became a man. That's a man that never grew up. Because for me, I grew out of that. You know, I'm completely out of that. It was a phase for me because I was a teenager, just following along with the crowd. But once I became an adult, and I didn't become an adult when I turned 18, no. I became an adult when I changed my mindset, when I started being more responsible, when I started, I don't know, practicing what I preach. When I started doing things like that, that's when I became a man. When I shed my ego, when I shed that part of me that's like, you know, that used to be like that. They used to be like, oh, let me, I don't know, watch like a movie, a sentimental movie or something, and say, oh, this is stupid. Oh, this is retarded. Oh, this is that. Oh, I would just like be that typical man that doesn't like to show his feelings and emotions, and then jokes about it because they don't like to show feelings and emotions. And the funny part is that they could joke about a situation, but on the inside they're crying. But they don't want to show that they're weak or that they're pussies, so they just laugh it off. And in reality, I think that's just a bunch of bullshit. I think that is just a cop-out, and I think people need to face their problems. I think people need to face reality. And reality is that human beings are emotional creatures. We are emotional beings. We have emotions. All of us. Men, females, fucking monkeys. Everybody has emotions and feelings. I don't get why men have to try to be so disconnected from their feelings. Like, what are we being tough for? Like, really? What the fuck are we being tough for? Like, we think that we have to be tough with a bunch of testosterone in order to, be a man? No, I feel like a man is a mindset. If you're if you have kids and you take care of your kids, you're a man. If you have responsibilities and you make sure those responsibilities are taken care of, then you're a man. If I don't know, there's a lot more aspects to being a man than being that tough guy. Because honestly, I feel like being that tough guy is more like being a boy and less like being a man. And I know that slowly but surely things will start to change. Like, men will start to accept their feelings more and things like that. But it all stems from us being taught that men don't cry. It all stems from the society's way of viewing what a man is. Because, men, we used to need that aggression. We used to need that anger, to protect the women and children. Back in the fucking caveman days, we had to protect the women and children from lions, tigers, and bears. It's just, that was the way of the reality. But now that we are not going through those same situations, I feel like we need to just shed the ego. And that whole man, I'm being a tough man type view, I feel like that's still part of the ego as well. That's part of the ego that we all need to shed. And I'm not saying that women aren't taught things as well, the stereotype that women have, that women are just, sit still, look pretty type women, and I guess what I'm saying is that we just need to be more accepting on what and who we are. Don't feel bad. If you're a man, don't feel bad if you want to cry, or if you want to show some emotion, don't feel any type of way about it. And if somebody wants to be like, yo, why are you acting like a gay? Why are you acting gay? Or why are you being stupid? Or why are you being a pansy? Or any of that shit, kick them out of your life, man. Like, kick them out of your life, or tell them off. Tell them how it really is. Because I do believe, like, being humble and peaceful and all that, but sometimes you gotta be bluntly honest with people. The truth will set you free. And sometimes, like, if there's a man that's sitting there, just that tough guy, man, you gotta tell them, like, listen, dude, you gotta stop acting like a boy and you gotta grow up. And it doesn't matter how old they are. They could be 50 fucking years old. And if they still have that, at 50 years old, if they still have that mentality that's like, oh yeah, a tough guy has to be a certain type of way, and, I gotta be a tough guy, and, don't act like that, and, don't cry, and all this other shit, then I feel like you're a 50-year-old man that never grew up, that never realized the real reality, and I honestly feel like that is fucking up men. That is fucking up our society. That's fucking up the way we are. Men are more barbaric than females are, and this is just I know this is a general scale, and this is just my opinion, but in general, women are a lot more, compassionate than men, but sadly, that's only probably because of the fucking stereotype we have on men. So because of that stereotype we have on men, that's the exact reason why men are so tough and fucking serious and anger and all this other shit, while females are, more compassionate, loving, and kind-hearted. And like I said, I know I'm generalizing because it's not the same for everyone and every man and every female. But in general, like, the stereotype that we have in the world is that a man has to be tough, and and women have to, look a certain way or be a certain way or act a certain way. The problem is that we label things. We label a man and a woman, and we say a woman has to be this way and a man has to be this way. No, we do not have to be that way. I guess, like, when I first started wearing a bunch of colors and shit, when I started working at my job, people are like, why are you wearing a bunch of fruity colors all the time? And I'm just like, I'm just expressing myself. And then they would make jokes about, so what, are you coming out of the closet or something? Like, they would make unnecessary comments and jokes that are just ridiculous to me. It's like, you guys are ridiculous. Grow up. When will people grow up? It's just that stereotype we have on men that causes other men to act like that. And I also feel like it causes other men to, like, try to be cool for one another and try to, like, show off and all this other shit, but it's not cool, and it's not, if somebody wants to show off their manliness to me or show off, like, how much of a man they are compared to me, then how about you show me how much you got your shit together, how much you take care of your kids, how much you think about your kids, how much you think about your life and how organized your life is and your goals and your dreams and your hopes, and are you accomplishing those things? Because that's a man to me. That's a real man. And I know I'm only 23, so like I'm still young, but I've been through so much in my life. I have kids. I've done so much in my life that I feel like experience outweighs age. So I don't know, I've just gone through a lot of experiences. And my experiences have taught me a lot. And I mean, somebody else could go through double the amount of experiences I've went through and be double the age, but yet not paid attention to really any of it, so didn't learn any of it, and still is at step one. And while a lot of us are getting to, I don't know, the middle of the chapter, some people are stuck in the beginning of the chapter. And it's all a work in progress, and I know we're all at different learning levels, and we're all at different levels with our consciousness, and it's just, it's a bunch of chaos. But within the chaos, we will find organization. And I honestly think that soon this whole stereotype thing should be gone. We should be more accepting for one another very, very soon. And I say very, very soon, as in maybe 100 years or 200 years, but that's soon on the scale of how long the fucking universe has been in existence. I feel like it's all part of destroying the ego, killing the ego. It's all part of that ego that attaches to us like a parasite, and we have to shed the ego. But this has just been my view on men, I guess, because I'm a man, right? But I was raised by a woman. I have a daughter. I raised my daughter. Like, I was a stay-at-home dad. So, like, I don't know, I've seen that female aspect of things my whole entire life. So I can see how a female mind thinks compared to a male mind. But being raised by women, it makes you appreciate women even more. And it lets a man be more in tune with his feminine side. Because let's not be scared to be in tune with our feminine sides. There's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with a man being a little feminine. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with a woman being a little masculine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's all about the balance. We have to get out of our heads that masculine and feminine are about a penis and a vagina. It's a lot deeper than that. We have to get over the child way of thinking like a bunch of immature children, and let's think like some grown adults here. We're all grown here. So I honestly think that we just need to face our own demons and, don't be that typical man. Don't be that stereotype, because we don't need any more of those type of people in the world. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you don't mind my bluntly honest opinion on this. I was just sitting here thinking about things, and decided to make a video about what I was thinking. But till next time, if you want to subscribe, that'd be amazing. I do a lot of videos and a lot of different topics and a bunch of different things. So till next time, peace.